they able to do that, Armstrong?
Yes, Roland, for those that were in the queue at the time, it ended around 6 p.m. They managed to register all of them. But then, even around 5 p.m., many more people were still coming in to the yard to register. But then, immediately it was past 6 p.m., the police had mounted a barrier, meaning you cannot cross that place to go to where the registration was taking place. So, obviously, some people could not get their names onto the voters register because they came in late after 6 p.m. And of course, yesterday being the last day, they were not allowed access to the registration center, Roland.
Okay, so that would mean that all parties are now satisfied in terms of the registrants themselves and then also the various stakeholders, including the political parties. Today, we know that is the first day that has been dedicated for the transfer of votes. How is that going so far?
Going at the same station, the police are there to ensure law and order, and because constituency he have some young guys who was to be misconducted themselves, and the police.
Wow, so we're having some difficulty with Armstrong's sound, and so we'll get him on phone as well, get the latest from him, because the transfer of votes would mean that per what the chair of the Electoral Commission is indicating, Jane Adukwe-Mensah, you have to do that in person. And then also for those who will be undertaking special voting, you need to do that as well. And so that will include for those who will be providing essential services within the period of the election, namely, it could be the media, those in the security services, or also in the health sector, who would want special voting right to be accorded them on election day to go and do that themselves. So that's it. Armstrong, so how is the exercise going so far, the first day of this transfer of votes period?
Yeah, Roland, it has started rather slow, very slow here now, as it stands right now, because it looks like even the police administration themselves are yet to brief on how that vote is going to be done.
Okay, you mentioned of an incident yesterday, and we can even see the videos on the screen. Of course, they were chanting, etc. But what really transpired towards the closing period of that registration exercise on Wednesday? Armstrong?
I was taking shots of some school children being bused to the registration center, and just some few seconds after, I saw some young men approached me, asking me why I'm taking shot of the students who have been bused to the place, and they instructed I delete the footage from my phone immediately. But I managed to explain myself to them, but they will not even listen to me. And then I went towards the police officer, that is the police commander there, who asked them to let me be, because I've identified myself to the police officers already, so they have no right to stop me from. But from before the police came, they were threatening to deal with me if I did not delete the visuals from my phone. Later on, the regional police commander, the voter regional police commander, and his men brought in more men, and he himself was there till after the entire process was over. So you could see a lot of police officers present at the registration center at Hawai, because later when he announced on TV, and then he came with his men to ensure that the police was well protected so that nobody disrupts the smooth process that has taken place so far. So, Roland, that's what happened exactly. After the registration, you see both the NDC and MPP pressing camps and jubilating, taking to the streets, claiming they've already won ahead of the December 7th election, because they say they've gotten people to register and smoothly they've registered all those votes, meaning they have won the election ahead of time, Roland.
So ultimately, is there a targeted number by the Electoral Commission that you know within the area who are supposed to do the transfer?
Sorry, Roland.
Is there a targeted number of people who are supposed to do the transfer of the votes by the Electoral Commission in the area? And do you know that for a fact?
I tried getting these figures and these numbers from the EC official there, but he will not come anywhere close to me because he has not been instructed to engage with the media. So he didn't even come anywhere close. So I tried to get those figures. Unfortunately, I couldn't get those figures from the Electoral Commission in that particular part of the district.
Well, thank you very, very much, Armstrong Gold, giving us the latest, and it's from the Guan Constituency. We know currently John Peter Amewo is the Member of Parliament in the area, but also we have one key runner who also is giving us the latest. In the Guan Constituency, though, we also had some issues prior to the closing period for the registration. Ultimately, he's saying that those who were in the queue before the time came to an end or elapsed for the registration period, they were able to register. And I think that's a good thing.